Tosh, Harding keeps asking me what your favorite foods are.
Why is she asking you?
I think she wants to surprise you with something.
But you told me. It's not a surprise now.
I'm pretty sure whatever Harding makes will be surprising no matter what.
Johanna,
Valkaran?
until we find a suitable method of penance in the necropolis, you're to be confined under the eye of a watcher, lest you slip your bonds.
How magnanimous of you to volunteer.
A challenge for us both.
Davri, maybe I can teach you some new techniques.
Like what?
The art of walking in shadows, unseen, unheard.
Stealth doesn't usually work with monsters.
Why not?
Your targets are people. Their senses are dull. Their smell, hearing, it's barely there. You could sneak right up on them. But monsters? Darkspawn? They sense everything.
How do you handle it?
Brute force. Run fast, strike hard. And I'm not beneath killing them in their sleep.
A good strategy. You don't play fair.
And I'm still alive for it. They're not.
We got rid of a haunting in the Hossberg wetlands.
Welcome news.
It will stalk the innocent no longer.
A malignant spirit has attached itself to an inanimate object.
It has already taken lives.
Dispose of it before it strikes again.
Was this your ultimate goal? All that death and destruction in order to rule the capital?
It would have been magnificent. Nuvara, bowing to a leader who'd make use of its greatest works.
Your enormous bone construct would have destroyed half of Navara City.
Well, there would have to have been some rebuilding before progress could begin.
The bell peals a path back. Pain, but not sadness. You gave up eternity for him. For a spirit.
For a friend.
I apologize if she caused pain with a sensitive topic.
Not at all. A spirit of compassion is always welcome.
She doesn't know the words, but she knows what to do. When I see my child in danger, I act.
Tama.
They have found who they are. Pride, fierce as fire. So many places I was not enough as a mother. But in this, I did well.
Compassion, please.
It's okay. I'm okay. Thanks.
Ropes rough. Darsam digging into the skin. The braid cuts like the blade. Arsala told us to stop, but we must obey the stem.
So now you even feel the pain of the invading Antivan. That is a large burden for such a gentle spirit. Something strange happened. I went to my room and found a violet fascinator shaped like a little top hat.
It's like the one that didn't fit, but smaller.
The one that didn't fit?
The jaunty top hat in the Antivan merchant shop. Violet like the sky after a sunset. You tried it on, but your horns got in the way. Your eyes stung as you fumbled with the door.
Oh, that. I was a child. Most of my playmates were human or elven, and I was ashamed to look different. But that was a long time ago. I am older now, and I know my horns are beautiful.
I did pay for the fascinator.
I didn't say I didn't like it.
Ah, you follow Ravain's death customs, Tash?
With my mom's horn? Yeah. You know about that stuff?
Watchers often learn other death practices. I've read that great care goes into Ravaini memorial jewelry.
Yeah. Got the best goldsmith in the Lords. She did little runes in the old Qunari language along the edges. Even had a seer do a blessing. My mother would hate that.
And you?
I'm glad she's with me.
Greetings and welcome. You stand in Ravain, home of magic, danger, and adventure. Tell me, if you will, do you hunger for excitement?
I'm not against adventure. What have you got?
A Ravani Lord of Fortune was following a map leading to buried treasure. Sadly, Ritzinger attempted to loot a treasure chest mid-battle. Understandable enthusiasm, and I remember them fondly. But you can carry out their final wishes to find this treasure no matter the danger, and earn gold and glory.
If you give me the map, I'll see what I can do.
Hey, spirits! Get out of those pirate bodies! Those pirates didn't do anything to you!
Guess we're not the only ones after the treasure.
Have the Lords of Fortune picked a new expert to assess Kunari treasures?
Tried out a guy. Useless as tits on a drake. Couldn't tell a first expedition is Solitar from a Steel Age ritual jug.
Ridiculous. So you'll be handling things for the Lords?
I guess. Until we find a real expert. Like my mother.
I wish you luck in finding them.
Hey, Captain Corpse asshole! The treasure is ours!
You have found it!
Wait, did you know where the treasure was the whole time?
You had to find it yourself. The real treasure was the journey. Now, Ritzinger would have used this to purchase a new ship. Since their last caught fire and burned, I believe a lady was involved. But the gold and glory are yours now, to use as you will. Adventure!
It's a simple test.
I am not loosening any of the wards around you simply to see whether you can learn new spells again.
Do you have any idea how frustrating that was, Valkarin? To be completely frozen in my spellcraft? And I could have fixed it by channeling through the skeletal construct that you destroyed. Speaking of which, what have you done with it?
That subject remains closed, Johanna.
What a waste. What happened with Hezenkos, I mean?
She could have turned her considerable intellect to the good of Navarra, and now...
No, I mean the giant bone skeleton. That big thing she wanted to become. You go to all that trouble and you make it look like that? I'd give it wings, or more arms, or something.
You've put a lot of thought into this, I see.
No, I mean, I never do it. Probably.
Yes, yes, we've been through this. How articulate.
I thought I'd let go of Syrian the first time. I didn't. Not really. This time, I don't know. I still don't know if I will.
You never do. Funny, the things that wake you up years after you think they're gone.
I'm at peace with it. Real peace this time. So even if I carry it with me, it's lighter now. Maybe I'm not making sense. Am I making sense?
More than you think.
Is that a candle hop? It must be the haunting.
One less problem on my doorstep.
I think I like the small candle hops better.
Candle hop enchantments give them the lay of the city. If the spirit picked those up, made it easy to skulk around.
Was this protection racket run by a demon?
Every third person runs a scam here. Guess the demon wanted in.
Demons in Minrathis are different.
Congratulations are in order. There are no more hauntings of this magnitude to be dealt with.
You have done well.
Allow us to present you with a final token of our appreciation.
So you're a skull now?
I refuse to explain my condition yet again to one of Volkaren's roommates.
I have my own room. Hey, is a skull still called a corpse when you're just a skull? Okay, I'll ask Emmerich.
I've wondered something, Harding. Might your lifespan be extended, bound to the Titans as you now are?
I don't know.
If it's true, you've a good name among the Watchers if you need company in eternity.
Thanks. And if I'm an immortal rock lady, I promise I'll check in on Manfred.
Oh, would you? Well, thank you.
Rook stopped the Antam, took down their comic maker. He did your job for you. He's a hero.
Just a meddling busybody. One who stirred up the butchers on top.
I can't believe you're defending them.
I am not defending anyone, Jacobus.
You're letting them be a part of this? My cousin died because the governor didn't stop the Antam from...
Jacobus.
No. I'm not going to stand around and listen to this. I'll see you later.
Well, now that that unpleasantness is dealt with, about your mysterious informant.
Whoever they are, they know the Antam and Treviso.
Your message made it sound like this informant also knows where the gods are staging their ritual.
Treviso does not need this troublemaker. This should be left to proper officials.
It very much concerns Rook. We have a contact who offers access to the Butcher and privileged information on the gods.
A chance to find your gods and to free the city. A prize for both our causes.
We need both. If we're strong, we can stand against anyone.
Someone else seems to think so. The contact knows the city and the Antam.
How do you know it's for real?
They gave us patrol patterns. Dreadnought arrivals. Their information is real.
And you didn't share this with me?
The bookkeepers can bookkeep when the meeting is done.
When and where do we meet?
They'll be in the market.
And they asked for me, not you or Viago.
You helped this city, and you're helping all of Thedas. You've earned respect.
We just don't know from whom.
There's really no clue who it is?
They're foolish enough to think crows are reliable. That's a clue about their worth.
They promise help.
So do you, when you're not killing each other. Treviso deserves better.
It's getting the best.
That has yet to be proven.
Hypothetically, what if I'm walking into an ambush?
I would prepare for one.
Not everything is an adder in the wardrobe.
I said to prepare. I didn't say not to go.
What about the human help the Antam was getting? You have any leads on that?
We continue what you started. The other Talons are turning over every stone.
You trust them? Not even your first Talon is safe from your infighting.
We are all Antivan crows.
And yet those of us sworn to Treviso are beneath you.
I'll talk with this mystery contact.
And the rest of us will hope not to get caught in your crossfire again.
We fight for everyone. And the chance to strike at the gods and the Antam? It's worth the risk. Good luck, Rook. See what this mysterious informant can give us. The meeting is in the market, Rook.
They implied you can't miss them.
Try not to damage anything.
Unknown contact. This is a trap.
Bold to try to trap a crow fighting the gods. I'm at least curious. If our informant actually knows where Elgranon and Gillenane are performing their next ritual, it's worth the risk.
Davrin, you think killing is so black and white. But what about those wardens you had to kill to rescue the griffins?
They Weren't wardens anymore.
You don't sound convinced. Did they deserve to die?
We didn't have a choice.
Isaiah would see it differently.
She was lost in the darkness.
According to you.
You agree with her?
Of course not. But it wasn't black and white. She was once a warden, just like you. And in her own way, she wanted to protect the Griffins, just like you.
Okay, Viago and Taya said our informant is somewhere in the market. Let's find them. I just hope their supposed information about the god's location is actually true.
Rook, I presume.
The Butcher.
There's no need for that. Treviso is the trap, not this meeting. Please. So tense. I promise, I'll signal when it's time to fight.
Strange way to ambush someone.
I don't have to ambush anyone. You think I couldn't just march on the crows? Scattered Antam flock to me. I have the soldiers to raise your casino and every inch of this city.
But I'll bet there's no profit in actually winning.
There's money being made by the occupation. But not by me. I said Treviso was the trap, and I meant it. The jewel of Antiva. She sings even while caged. Such purity in every stone. It's trapped my heart. I love this city.
You have a strange way of showing your affection.
I conquered it. I didn't betray it. Not like the cattle born here. You know there are traitors here. They ransom their own city. Literal gods stalk the land, but these filth worship their own purses. But you're different. You crows stay true to your roles. It means something when you die, and even more when you kill. You're as much a work of art as this city. And you want a secret from me.
If you really do love this city, you'll tell me where the gods are holding their ritual.
The gods, they give strength. But all they ask in return is everything. I can feel their corruption. I can hear their whispers. They're calling for a ritual. If I give in, I'll know where you need to go. But I will lose my jewel. My city! So... You live in a casino. Let us make a game of this. I will become what the gods want. Welcome their whispers. Meet me and show me if the crows deserve my city.
The Butcher was our contact, and he's letting himself fall to the Blight? Finish him off. We need to go after the Butcher. So the Butcher wants me to prove I'm crow enough to be worthy of Treviso? That's what's happening?
By turning himself into a monster.
Everyone's acting like normal. Like the Butcher hasn't gone nuts.
Who would believe it?
Safer to keep your head down, I guess.
God's gnawing my mind. I see what you need. Prove you deserve it.
Hear the shift in his voice? He's changing.
I see. My Treviso. Will not abandon you to the traitors who gave you to me.
There's the Butcher. He's a Reaver. And fighting his own Antam.
That thing's a monster. How could he tell us anything about the gods?
We have to hope he's still in there.
I see you, Rook, and I see the ritual. Match me, fight me, win this day! So beautiful, but not like Treviso. Final ritual, use and draw.
There's nothing left of him.
I see Tearstone Island! The ritual! Tearstone Island!
He's gone. And he named the ritual site. Tearstone Island.
The Butcher didn't lie. If that's worth anything.
He got the death he wanted. Good trade, I guess. And he gave us the information we came for.
Yes, truly the Butcher was a paragon of honor and virtue, and we are all devastated to see him go.
Eventually.
And now you have a location for your final pointless confrontation. The gods are at Tearstone Island. Isn't that what you wanted? A chance to die a hero's death? So go. Leave Treviso to those who deserve it.
The Butcher did warn us about a traitor. Didn't get a chance to name them, though. Thanks for confirming that for us, Avenchi.
Given how much that man talked, I'm shocked he actually kept his mouth shut.
You sold the crows out to the Antam.
I kept Treviso safe, protected. Unlike you crows, I had to think ahead. You know what the Antam did elsewhere in Antiva, and in every other city they occupied. You and your troop of fools would have gladly provoked the Antam to slaughter. I gave them the crows, so they would not take the rest of the city. I gave them an inch, so they would not take a mile.
Rationalize it however you want. Weight the scales so they tip in your favor. You're still a traitor who gave up on the fight and gave up on us. You didn't prevent a slaughter, you just postponed it.
If you hadn't killed the Butcher!
Someone else would have. He decided he wasn't their pawn anymore. The gods would have killed him, and then you would be ruled by someone much, much worse.
You should have been a politician, Rook. Instead of wasting your talents with that gang of circus rejects. But this city is mine. We need a real leader. You know who else wants a leader? The Antam. And if someone plays the role they want, they are very accepting. They also understand that bringing order to Treviso requires the purging of disruptive elements that cause nothing but chaos. So go to Tearstone Island. Have your little showdown with the gods, fight your pointless battle, and leave the city to me.
It makes sense now. Every decision they made shows it.
The other officials, of course, know nothing.
Of course. I'm surprised they even remember the governor's name.
I take it you heard? The Butcher's dead.
And in his place is the traitor we knew was lurking. And the Antam fell in line?
Avenchi is apparently playing the role they want.
The governor has given them a clear purpose. They were more cunning than I thought.
Something always bothered me about Avenchi.
Many things bothered me about Evenchi, yet I did not spot the most important one.
This wasn't a failure. You gave us the name we needed.
The hand that leashed Treviso. The butcher was the mouth, but the hand was Evenchi all along. They think they have the power in the Antam, and a network doing their will.
But we have the face of our enemy.
Evenchi will be hiding, so we will hound their Antam and make them desperate.
When the governors show themselves again, we end this.
You're not concerned the gods will send the Antam more support?
The gods might come for us, but they're coming for everyone. I believe you are crafting the answer to that, and we will help as we can.
When Avenchi left, they made it sound like they were planning something.
I suspect it will be about restoring order as they see it, and that the crows will be first on their list.
Whatever the good governor's intent, we'll end it.
Avenchi keeps talking about restoring order and rebuilding Treviso. But what then?
I believe the good governor's plan was to risk the city to try and claim the nation. If the Antam beheaded the crows, who would merchant princes hire? Who would invaders fear?
As if the Antam would fill that role. This was a bookkeeper's angry grab at power.
We'll stop Avenchi.
The gods. Did you learn where they will be?
Tearstone Island. Avenchi confirmed it before they left.
We know the time to face Elgernon and Gillenane approaches, but it will not take us long to find Evenchi.
You are a crow, and you have suffered the governor's treachery. You should be here when we stop them.
We'll let you know when we'll make our move. And after that, Treviso will be free.
I can't demand your repentance, Johanna, but perhaps reflection beckons.
Reflection? On trying to fix the great failure of Navarra? The finest necromancers in the world, and what do we teach them? To loiter down in the necropolis. Navarra could be an empire. We could raise armies of corpses to slay our enemies and conquer new shores!
You'd make us another Tevinter.
Nonsense. I'm sure we'd do better.
Rook, have a moment?
What is it?
You were there to witness my new deal with Spite. You should come with us to see it paid in full.
Interesting.
A spare moment with you is an added benefit.
Well, I can't say no to that.
When you're ready.
Venatori had the narrow road. Now they think twice before walking that way.
And your neighbors? What's the price of that protection?
You think I'd charge our dear friends? The people who spread rumors about how Threads made Aelia disappear.
Rebuilding the Threads' reputation for free?
For the few of us left. Now the Venatori who thought he found a legitimate charm supplier, he gets counterfeit goods. Triple cost.
Can't argue about your target, but it's a dangerous scam. Be careful.
Is that genuine concern? You're fun. Anyway, Nev, I'm out of news. But the threads are yours. You need something? Say the word.
Thanks, Alec. Remember, if you cross our neighbors...
You can drown me in the Nosen Sea. Rook, it's been a pleasure. You've got a good setup here. Enjoy life in the Fade.
Life in the Fade? Huh. We've been at the lighthouse a while now.
I don't know when it started, but I think of it as home.
It's built to be inviting.
Which you still find suspicious.
You know, this is my only address now. I still had an apartment back home. Rent paid up and everything. It got torched. In the dragon attack.
Nev.
Everything I have is here in this room. One false step from drifting into the Fade.
If I said you have a home with us, would you make fun of me?
Maybe. But thanks. I never expect things to go to plan, but I usually have one anyway. Or 7. And a half-dozen backup plans, just in case.
And now?
Everything's changed. I've changed. If I survive the job, I'll be starting over, in a way. Maybe that should scare me. But I think I need it. I usually hate unanswered questions, but this one, I'll let myself figure out once I get there.
Davrin, I have a proposition.
Do I really want to hear this?
You're training Hassan, sharpening his skills.
Or trying to.
Let me help. Teach him the quiet kill.
You want to train Hassan?
No one ever looks up. My targets wouldn't see him coming.
A griffin assassin?
He's part eagle. Why not part crow? He'll be a natural.
Do you think they're wondering why you ordered a drink for the empty chair?
If they are, they won't tell anyone. The crows own this cafe.
Smells like Lucanis.
Just try it.
So, are you two okay now? Since you didn't kill Ilario, I mean.
We still hurt him. That humiliation in front of everyone, he'll never forgive that. So there's peace, for the moment at least.
How's your grandmother doing?
You've met her. She was hewn out of dragon bone. She's pretending not to be upset by Ilario's betrayal and my possession. Which means she's making everyone else as miserable as possible. Except Dea. She likes Dea.
Are the other Talons okay with the whole abomination thing?
Probably not. But they prefer me to Ilario or the Venatori. I suppose the crows have had worse first Talons.
It must feel good to just relax with a cup of coffee and not worry about everything.
I'm not sure Spite's enjoying it, but yes.
What is it?
What does that mean, exactly?
He doesn't eat, but a promise is a promise. I don't know what I thought it would be like, getting out of the ossuary, getting my life back.
You mean you didn't spend all that time dreaming about having coffee with your inner demon?
And with you. But here we are. Whatever this is, I'll take it.
No, Lucanus. Just no.
Hassan would be the perfect assassin.
Never.
How is it any different from what you're teaching him?
Griffins are born to hunt darkspawn. It's an instinct. You're proposing murder for hire? He's not a mercenary.
What if I pay him with gingerwort truffles?
We're done with this.
You have a question about negative topological functions?
Yes, please. Emmerich said it was okay to ask about this.
Do you always listen to that milksop? Well, at least you've come to a proper necromancer. First, I assume you've learned to cascade your spell weaves around wave inversions.
Oh, really? But wouldn't the explosive radius... I'd never try it.
That's cowardice speaking. Cast it aside.
How did it go?
Very well, thank you.
I knew Rook would give you good advice.
Actually, as it turns out, Strife does indeed collect knives. So your suggestion was excellent as well.
Really? That has never worked for me. I can give you the name of my blacksmith.
It worked. The crows have harried the Antam, and Evenchi is revealed. But I did not think this is what they planned.
It is bold, and it will doom us all. Rook, good. We have discovered what Evenchi is planning for Treviso. When you fought the Kamek Master in the garrison, you mentioned a note you found that said some Kamek had gone missing.
We have discovered who stole it.
Evenchi.
The governor intends to release it all around the city to pacify violent seditionists.
They called us reckless, and now... Now Evenchi will ruin the minds of thousands in this city to have their peace and order.
Who is Evenchi planning to poison with the comic? Aside from us.
People who have spoken up too loudly against the Antam.
Anyone too friendly with the crows. I doubt Evenchi is familiar with poisons. I guarantee the Kamek will spread to the rest of the city as well.
They're not doing this to Treviso. Not to my city.
They will trot out some excuse to give to the worst of the politicians and the merchant princes.
You say that as if those were different people.
It is finally time to strike. Go to the garrison and prevent Evenchi from releasing the Kamek.
Once you are there, Thea and I will lead the crows against the rest of Evenchi's forces in the city.
Understood.
One more thing. Jacobus stormed off earlier, angry at Evenchi. We have not seen him in some time.
Look out for him, would you?
Of course. We'll head to the garrison.
Some of the merchant families have fled. They got wind of Evenchi's Kamek and suddenly worry they are not on good terms with the governor.
I am only surprised they stayed in the city so long.
We clear the garrison this time. Evenchi's got to know there's no way out for a traitor.
We follow a governor now. The butcher was waiting.
The Antam aren't gonna make this easy.
Now's your chance.
Jacobus?
Me and my friends are sick of doing nothing. Eventually's got their comic past the courtyard, but they've locked the gates. We'll break into the garrison and get them open.
Be careful. The Antam...
We'll stay hidden. Good luck.
More Antam. Eventually's throwing every...
I suppose they should be glad that the crows sent through their best. You crows enjoy your dance. Yet here you are.
Now for Avenchi.
I know you're there, Rook! I'm ready for you! Come face the ruler Treviso deserves!
Careful. The air smells wrong.
Wait, are these Anton real?
I see the comic is working. You're a fool to fight me.
You're the fool to go up against the crow, Avenchi.
Why don't you die? Why don't you give up?
End this! I dotted every I, weighed every measure. And you crows, you ruined everything.
Ruined? Rook took your measure.
Antea, Viago, Jacobus, they all took more responsibility as Trevisans than you did.
I lost so many people to the Anton. My family, my cousin. By right, his contract against the governor is mine. And I say Avenchi doesn't deserve to die. They deserve to live.
What?
On trial. Paraded in public. Everyone will know who hurt Treviso, and you'll suffer for every minute of it.
You can't do this. You can't let this brat decide what happens to me.
By House de Riva's rules, Jacobus can claim the contract.
That's ridiculous.
It's justice.
You can't put me on trial. I'm still governor of this city.
Not after the crows go to the merchants and the king about the comic.
The message about Treviso and the future of the crows has already been sent. Your contract is due, Avenchi. The crows rule Antiva. And Treviso will be free.
The butcher was messed up.
He turned himself inside out. That is not right.
No, I mean... it's Antom crap. The butcher was out from under the Cune. He had all this freedom. And he loved Treviso. He could have moved there like how my mother came to Ravane. He could have started a new life and been happy.
Antam are trained from childhood, yes? The butcher would have grown up only ever learning how to be a warrior, a conqueror.
So he invaded the city and turned into a monster, because his Tama never taught him how to do anything else.
He still had a choice. There is always a choice.
You are certain of this path?
I've never been more certain.
I know that look. And I approve.
And you're sure of this course?
You already asked him that.
Viago, dear, can't you see that I'm stalling?
Ah, you are waiting for Rook's interruption.
No, his audience.
Am I that predictable?
You are reliable. I might say, essential.
I'm just another crow. Perhaps we're all equally exceptional.
On that, I believe we can agree.
To the business of the day, then.
Jacobus, are you ready?
I'm ready, Fifth Talon.
What's going on?
We accept Jacobus's right to the contract on Avenchi, and his decision to spare the governor.
It sent a stronger message than killing them. Their crimes will be aired, their reputation blackened.
And during these punishments, the former governor will live with the fear we may still one day end them. For his help, and proving he has sound judgment, Jacobus is becoming a full Antivan crow.
This is great. We're long overdue for good news.
I couldn't believe it either. I only got this because you went out to face Vinci, Rook. I couldn't have done it alone. I want to find others like me. Orphans. People with no more homes, under a new house name. Mary suggested Igrativi. It's old Trevisan, sort of a grateful life.
I'm honored, Jacobus Igrativi. You and your new house will do great things as crows.
The Fifth Talon agrees.
As does the Seventh. Rook, all of Treviso is in your debt. For what you did out there, and for the future you have inspired.
You have powerful enemies. When you decide it's time to put them in their place, we'll be there. And Rook, you're a damn fine crow. Remember that.
Thank you for saying my new name, Rook.
Thank you for asking. You'll do it proud.
I'll try. It's hard. But I'll always try. That's what I learned from you.
I've never seen the founding of a new crow house. Exciting times.
I've already talked to some fledglings who had losses like me. And even some vets from the Diacutis house. With Noah's blessing, of course. I'd face 1,000 on Tom before I pissed her off.
There are still Antam in the streets.
That's true, but now we have the upper hand in much of the city. Viago says my house will play a big role in the future of Treviso. I hope Dareth would be proud. I think he would be.
Veilguard, keep your manservant away from me.
Manfred is an apprentice mage now.
Ah, that'll end well. Teaching a spirit of curiosity to conjure flame.
Manfred's learned his lesson after the incident with the rug.
What do you see in that thing?
I heard the threat. Lucanus, did you ever change your mind about an assassination? Spare a target?
From time to time. Once, a target had killed an important politician and went on the run. The family wanted retribution. I let her leave.
Why?
She was a servant. The politician had been beating her, so the servant returned the favor.
Self-defense.
Anyone would have done the same.
Halos, it's good to see you. What happened with Aelia?
Nav wouldn't let it drop. She's a good girl. You keep watching her back.
Sita, how are you?
Better with Aelia out of the picture. She won't cross the threads. Or anyone else again. And I can't say I'm sorry.
Sita, how was your last show?
No fights and no one abducted in the middle of my set. Call me boring. Call me shallow. But I prefer shows where I'm the center of attention. Rook, you don't cut Venatori slack. I like that.
These meetings can't be good for business. I'm here, Inquisitor. It isn't just Inquisitor, is it? You were someone before that.
Clan Llewellyn. We try to be no one you've heard of. Morrigan is holding a perimeter. We're alone. Tell me what Solus did at Elganon's ritual.
Sounds like you already know.
I need to hear it from you.
Elganon raised his archdemon. Solus got us out of there. We saved a lot of people.
You sound grateful.
Why not? He really did help.
It seems so. He's always thinking about where it ends. How many of his names do you know? God of Lies, Dreadwolf, Fen'Harel. They're titles he earned from enemies, followers, and fractured history. He and I shared another name. Vanan.
Your heart. He meant that much?
Yes, he did. You've spoken to him in your dreams. You felt the power of that mind. His love could burn against me like a bonfire. He seemed so kind, and wise, and sad, and looked at me as if I somehow mattered more than anything around us. For a time, I thought I would have followed anywhere he asked me to.
Did he try to get you to come with him on his quest to tear down the Veil?
No. In fact, he forbade me to join him. He said he didn't want me to see what he would become. But that wasn't quite the truth. He's a terrible liar.
He's the god of lies, Inquisitor.
Tricks and treachery, yes. Lies of the heart? No. He forbade me to join him because I might have changed his mind. And then he left enough clues for us to follow anyway.
Hold on. You think he wanted you to stop him?
His name is Solus. It means pride. Perhaps he couldn't change his mind himself and hoped that someone else could help him. Or maybe I'm the prideful one, imagining his broken heart so that I never have to face my folly. That I loved someone who made such grave mistakes, that I might love him still.
You almost sound like you're ready to join him in that prison in the Fade.
To give up the world for him? No. We've got to save it first. But after? If there were a way? If he felt the same? If I could leave the world behind and just have him? I don't know.
One thing I've learned in this job is that the people I need the most are people who can tell me when I'm wrong.
We all need that sometimes.
It sounds like that's what you were for Solus. If the two of you were better people together, and you were happy, too...
I was.
This is all hypothetical anyway. He's trapped in the Fade with no way out.
He's surprised us before. But enough about me. Tell me about you and Lucanus.
What? How?
Morrigan has eyes everywhere.
Of course she does. I need to get the team around the table and talk about what's next.
Why are you so angry at Emmerich?
Because the bleeding heart keeps interfering with my work.
Your crappy magic killed people.
If you find me objectionable, do what Valkyrie never could. Destroy my remains and end it all.
Emmerich said that would let your spirit escape. Are you trying to escape?
Of course I'm trying to... No.
I'm glad you have Manfred back, Professor.
Thank you. So am I.
He seems even more aware of things now. I got him to mix up a bunch of different inks and he barely spilled any.
Is that why Manfred was stained green the other day?
Maybe.
Anything good to eat?
Are you cooking?
I never learned that word. Any other targets you've spared, Lucanus?
I was sent to kill a murderer once. He robbed and poisoned a man.
Then why spare him?
He turned out to be 14 years old. I won't kill that young. There's still time for them to change. They deserve a chance.
You've been quiet on your collaboration with the Venatori.
They were only useful for information or the occasional artifact. The rest of the time, the intolerable wretches kept going on about their wine cellars and summer houses.
They sound akin to some of Navarra's nobility, to be honest.
Depressing, isn't it?
All right, say we take down Algernon's archdemon.
Hold on. You're talking about winning? Aren't you more glass half empty?
It's hypothetical. But say we win. Last archdemon, isn't it? And a monster that big. Where do you go after that?
Wherever Hassan takes us. Let him lead for a while.
Tearstone Island. That's where Elganon and Gillenane will perform their ritual.
With an eclipse, those two can finish their dagger, then tear open the Fade. After that, we've witnessed the horrors Gillenane creates with even a trickle of the Blight. What happens with a flood?
Next eclipse is a month away. That's not a lot of time.
Getting past the Antam Navy won't be easy. They'll be on high alert.
We'd need our own fleet to get past them, which we don't have.
If anyone can find a way around that fleet, it's us. Everything seems impossible at the beginning. Just fight one battle at a time. Varric told me that.
Damn right, kid.
A single boat can sneak past a blockade. We just need to find something that floats.
The Antam fleet may not spot us, but the gods see much farther.
Worse, they know about us specifically. They'll be waiting.
The gods see farther than anyone, but they can't see everything at once.
Sounds like you have a plan.
Harding, reach out to our allies. Wardens, Veil Jumpers, all of them. Tell them to be ready to start swinging. We start enough fires, make some noise, and the gods will look everywhere for us. Except at their front door.
You've helped our allies, Rook. They're ready to return the favor.
That takes care of the approach. But what about when we get there? We'll have two gods waiting. Who knows how many Antam? We'll need to be at our best. Question is, we there yet?
We are ready as we'll ever be.
I'll send off messages to our allies. They'll be ready.
For something like this, we'll need everyone we know. Would Morgan help? Could Morgan help?
The world's ending. That's when Morgan does her best work.
Great. Tell Morgan the plan. See if the Inquisitor's willing to help us. I know she's busy leading the fight in the south, but she knows this blight won't end until the gods are dead. We're as ready as we'll ever be. We need to make our move soon.
I agree.
Get some rest, and be ready.
You know, the one thing this place could use is a bakery. If the lighthouse is feeling ambitious.
Events are weaving together quickly now, Rook. For good or ill, the fate of the world shall be decided soon. I received Harding's missive. Your plan is sound.
So, the Inquisitor's in?
Indeed, although she requires a few days to set events in motion. Time is needed to allot her responsibilities to those who are capable of managing them. Once settled, she has pledged herself to your cause. The snake's head must be severed, else the body simply grows anew. And what of your other allies? Will they also be ready? There is no room left for doubt or hesitation.
Only one of us has a fragment of a god inside them, Mythal.
I carry only her memories, not her strength, nor her capacity for strategy.
Well, either way, our allies will be ready.
As they must be. There will not be another opportunity to foil the schemes of Elganon and Gillenane. If we fail in this, they gain all that is needed to reshape the world in their twisted image. The evil put into place with the aid of their Antum servants at Tearstone will cover the entire world.
Look, the gods can't blight the world without their dagger. And they can't finish their dagger until the eclipse, which isn't for another...
While you gather your people, I will find the Inquisitor. And Rook, I wish you great luck.
Elgernon just caused an eclipse. The gods can finish their dagger. We need to move now.
But we were supposed to have weeks to prepare.
How much time do we actually have?
It's not weeks, I can tell you that much.
The eclipse is slowly forcing an alignment between the stars and powerful currents in the Fade.
Which means what?
I'm afraid we've only a few hours until the gods complete their dagger.
Lucanus is right. We have to go now.
No time to scrape up an army, even if we had one.
You think we're enough?
What will we be facing on the island?
There's gonna be blight crap.
And where there's blight, darkspawn.
Right. Tearstone Island's also crawling with the entire Antam army.
They've had time to prepare. It'll be brutal.
So will the gods. We're walking right into their lair.
We may not all make it out again.
We're the only thing standing between every single living creature and the Blight. I don't want to watch the world fall and know I didn't do everything I could. So let's stop the gods, whatever it takes.
We're with you. The gods won't leave that island.
No matter what.
No matter what.
Then we leave as soon as we can. Lucanus, I should see how he's doing before we leave.
Elgernon's an asshole. Talking in people's minds, promising them stuff. It's messed up. At least we saved the Dalish. That'll piss him off.
It's true. We're planning on not only ending Gillenay, but Elgernon as well.
Well, it's best that no one's gone. I'll grant you that.
We do have some thoughts alike, Johanna.
Precious few.
How are the knives coming?
Rook, this isn't going to work.
We're going to make it work.
They moved the moon. We're in over our heads. That's not magic you can fight with a blade. You're putting your life in our hands. My hands. All I know is death.
I know we'll get through this.
Optimism is your best and worst quality. If I have to kill every blighted creature in Thedas to keep you safe, I will.
You don't have to do everything alone.
I'm never alone anymore.
You know what I mean. I'll be here for you.
Don't make promises you might not keep.
Lucanus,
Don't. Whatever it takes, I won't miss this time. I'll meet you at the Illuvian.
Right. Business as usual. Everything's fine. Definitely not thinking about that all day. I should talk with Varric too. Get any last advice for killing a god. Varric? I hope I'm not interrupting whatever you're doing.
Take a deep breath.
The gods changed all the rules. We're going in blind. The whole team is pretty sure we're gonna die. And they might be right.
Weird shit is happening. Of course the team's on edge. It's not a personal failing for you to be scared either.
I don't know how to carry this weight, Varric.
No one does. This job was always going to call for someone who could improvise. You're on this team for a reason too, you know.
I guess I have some thinking to do about everything.
Go on. You know where to find me if you need me.
Well, let's not keep the gods waiting.
Are you doing all right, Rook? Don't forget to take breaks, okay?
As long as I am with you, you'll be alright. I'm watching you like a star in the night. And if it seems we